Today, we're going to tackle one of those phrases in the Associate Project Manager Apprenticeship Standard that sounds simple but can be a real headache. B3 has accountability and ownership. You see it, you know it's important, but proving it in your portfolio and your endpoint assessment, that can be tough. So let's break down what it really means and how you can absolutely master it. So to do this, let's follow the story of Jody. She's a fantastic, ambitious APM apprentice working at a company called Ibis Stores. And right now, she's deep in the trenches, building her portfolio and really trying to get a handle on what it takes to be a great project manager.
And here's the problem. Jody's hit a wall that I bet a lot of you have run into. The standard says she needs to show accountability and ownership. Okay, but what does that actually look like? How do you take that vague idea and turn it into something tangible an assessor can see and tick off? That's the big question.
So let's zoom in on Jody's challenge. Because it's one thing to read those words in a document, but it's a whole different ballgame trying to figure out how to live and breathe them in your day-to-day work, especially when you've got deadlines breathing down your neck. The pressure is definitely on. Jody's portfolio deadline is getting closer and closer, and in her latest review, her coach, Olivia, gently points out that the evidence for B3 is looking a little thin. And Jody just feels stuck. She knows she's working hard, but she's just not sure how all that hard work translates into the specific proof her assessor is looking for. Now, feeling a bit adrift, Jody does the smartest thing any apprentice can do. She asks for help. So let's see how her manager and her mentor help her break this big, fuzzy concept down into something concrete and super valuable. Her line manager, Riddle, starts with the official, by-the-book definition. It's all about taking personal responsibility, not just for your tasks, but for your decisions and, this is the important part, the outcomes. It means you're the one who answers for it, whether it goes right or wrong. And here it is. This is the light bulb moment. Riddle explains that it's about the outcome, not just ticking off a list of activities. I mean, anyone can follow a to-do list, right? But true ownership is about caring deeply about that final result and feeling personally responsible for making it happen. It's a total mindset shift. To really make this idea stick, her mentor, Adam, comes in with this brilliant analogy. He says, Jody, stop thinking of yourself as just a crew member on this giant project. Start thinking of yourself as the captain of your own small ship. And that ship is your list of tasks and your workload. And just look at how this breaks it down. It's so clear. On the left, just doing a task. That's the crew member. They follow instructions. But on the right, truly owning it. That's the captain. A captain doesn't just follow orders. They need to understand the goal, the final destination. A crew member waits to be told what's next. A captain is already planning the whole journey. And this is the real kicker. A crew member reports a problem. Hey, we've got a leak. A captain reports the problem and proposes a solution. You see that shift? It's going from passive to completely active. Okay, so the theory is really starting to click for Jody. That whole captain of the ship thing, it makes perfect sense. But now it's time for the real test, putting it into practice with an actual task at Ibis Stores. So Adam gives Jody this super simple 5-step framework for her next task, which happens to be creating some assets for a marketing campaign. Step 1, really get the mission. Don't just hear the task, understand the why. 2, map out your journey, plan your work. 3, be reliable, do what you say you're gonna do. 4, be the one who spots storms on the horizon and figures out how to navigate around them. And 5, steer your own ship. Work without needing someone over your shoulder all the time. And look at this, we can see her putting it into action perfectly. On day 1, she doesn't just say, okay, got it. She asks smart questions to clarify the goal and then makes her own plan. Then on day 3, she doesn't wait for Riddle to ask for an update. She sends one proactively, even flagging a potential risk. And by day 5, she delivers on time because she owned that potential problem and solved it herself. She was the captain. So Jody has successfully captained her task. Amazing. But as every apprentice knows, doing the work is only half the battle. Now she's got to prove it. This is where her coach, Olivia, comes back in to help her turn those brilliant actions into powerful, undeniable portfolio evidence. Honestly, this slide is pure gold. This is the magic formula. Olivia shows Jody exactly how to link her real-world actions to the kind of evidence you can upload to a system like Aptum. That personal task plan she made, screenshot it. That proactive email she sent to Riddle, save it as a PDF. The risk she spotted and managed, that's a perfect entry for a risk log with her name right next to it. You see, every piece of evidence tells a piece of the ownership story. Olivia then gives her this super handy checklist of the exact types of evidence that assessors absolutely love to see for B3. Think of this as your shopping list for success. Plans, logs, emails, and reflections where you are clearly the person in charge. This isn't just a random list. It's a treasure map for what you need to create and capture as you work.
All right, Jody's portfolio is now looking solid. It's packed with great stuff. But there's one final hurdle, the end point assessment, the EPA. She has to be able to talk about what she did and why it matters in that professional discussion. So I want you to imagine you're in that hot seat. The assessor turns to you and they ask this exact question. It's a classic. They're not just asking, what did you do? They're inviting you to tell the story of your ownership. This is Jody's moment to bring it all home. And here is her killer answer, structured perfectly using the STAR method. First, situation. What was the backdrop? Next, task. What was your specific job? Then action. What did you actually do? Notice how she highlights her proactive steps, the plan, the updates, solving the problem. And finally, result. What happened because of you and what did you learn? This structure turns a simple task into this incredible story of ownership and professional growth.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Accountability isn't just a word you put on your CV, it's a series of small, deliberate actions you take every single day. Your job is to capture the proof of those actions and then weave it all into a compelling story that shows, without a shadow of a doubt, that you are the reliable, proactive captain of your work. And that brings us to the end. But really, it's just the beginning for you. So I have one final question. Take a look at your to-do list for this week. What is the one task, it can be big or small, that you are going to choose to be the captain of? Think about it. Thanks so much for joining me.